Build vlog part 2 wrapped up in some DeepCool goodness. Good afternoon, welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. If you're new here, I'm Reese of the 4-piece Radeon RX Triple XL. And first, a big thank you to Mr. Justin, who trusted me to build his PC.
That's why he's the MVP!
This Ryzen 5 9600X and 9060 XT full AMD powerhouse combo is flanked by a couple of nice new components from DeepCool. Their brand new CG580 4F V2, I think I got that correctly, and the latest version of their Ali 240, which now features a full nearly 3000 RPM pump. So they did exactly what I said they were going to do and trickle down economics. And it's one of the things that I absolutely love about DeepCool, because this case and cooler on our site, I think, is like a whole 2,300 Rand for the combo, which is kind of insane value once again from the I like to call them the Angular brand.
Right.
But let's pop off the side panel, which actually has no screws in it. It's just the push function type, and then there are two little bits that it stands on at the bottom over there. So it's pretty secure. It's not going to fall out too easily. In the basement is the Antec G750. We have gone with Old Faithful kind of there. Did finally get added to the PSU tier list, and it's, I think, a C or C minus. So it's more than comfortable enough with a 5-year warranty and an 80+ rating for these kinds of components. And it still gives you a little bit of upgradability. You could put a 9070 XT, which I've done on our test bench 850 version, basically with a 3070 Ti 320 watts, which is even more, you know, current, and a 13600K. So that total system draw is close to like 600 watt and no coil one. Absolutely fine. Then the GPU, it's the 9060 XT ASRock Challenger edition, but it is a 16 gig card, so he's going to be able to do some 1440p gaming as well. Then the RAM, it's the Geil CL36 kit. It doesn't have the best secondary timings in 48, and I believe it closes on a 90, so it is quite high, but it's only really the cache latency timings that actually make a difference on these platforms. And after an undervolt, it's so small a difference that we still managed to get on par with other systems of the same specification on 3D Mark. Now for the motherboard, this is where this build became kind of a little bit after my own heart. He completely overkilled it. You could get an ASRock B850 Pro RS Wi-Fi, or even the Asus B840 would be a good combination with this. Even ye olde favorite, the MSI B650S Wi-Fi, you could go as entry level as that, but his idea was correct in that he's probably going to have this motherboard past about 5 years. My X570 I bought new nearly 5 years ago, and until now the 5800 X3D has served me very well. So in that same vein, the 7000 and the 9000 series, we've still got one more series to go. He's probably going to keep this motherboard for the foreseeable future. We are now on nearly 10 years worth of AM4, can you believe it? And they're still releasing new processors, so this platform's not going anywhere. Then, as I said, we have the Ali 240 up top, which is more than overkill. The gaming temps was like high 30s for this chip, and the all-core load on stock TJ Maxx settings was only, I think it peaked at 56 or 57 degrees. We got 61 degrees for the GPU, so absolutely perfect in the system. Even being a more entry-level case and cooler, the DeepCool value is unbelievably good. And then for storage, we went with the Crucial E100. We had P310s up until recently, which were nice Gen 4s with 5-year warranty, but the E100 is a good substitute in the current climate. It's still a pretty good price. Between the other bits and pieces and the RAM, man probably saved himself about 4,000 Rand. I would hazard a guess by going with us on Turbo Tortoise Tech, because for this build price, I sold him the RAM for 3,800 Rand. For two 16 gig DDR5s in this climate, where the sort of average selling price for this kind of kit is probably closer to 8,000.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And that is your Justin Edition build vlog If you have enjoyed this, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe. When I get interesting builds or something that I've put together that's new, like this DeepCool case, we'll also give it a mini review at the same time. So from the DeepCool case, I will say there was one thing where the tolerances in this were extremely fine. If you are a new builder, then getting the motherboard in is going to be interesting, especially if it's got a pre-mounted IO shield. It was incredibly tight to get it into the correct position over there, but it did work. It was fine ultimately because I didn't blow anything up. And that, my friends, is all I have for you. If you have enjoyed this, as I said, please hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side.